How's it hanging, YouTube? This is King of Feral Imps, and, well, I had hoped to have kaijus done by today, but there's just been a bit of issues as far as getting the remove brainwashings that I need for it, and aside from that, that's all. But I don't know, I had Traptrix here, and I figured I'd update them because I didn't it's my last, I guess, big deck, which has over 13,000 views, so you quit watching it. It's not that good. This is much better. So anyway, let me just go ahead and update this. I think the only major updates are the extra deck. Well, the main deck too, but affected by the ban list is the extra deck. So yeah, let me get started. First for the monsters are 3 of the Traptrix Mermelio. I couldn't get it right in the last video anyway, but so yeah, of course, this you know what she does. You normal summoner, search out a trap card or a trap hole. Normal card, special summoner, destroy one spell or trap. So that's very good. It is the core monster of the deck, the best one. It's your Stratos, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't like that term so much, but it's your main search card when it's summoned card, but it also helps with some destruction, which is great. I really like the card. So yeah, then for the next Traptrix is the 3 of the Traptrix Dionea. Again, if you want to compare this to something else, call it Wolfberg, because you normal summon it, special summon a Traptrix from your graveyard in defense position, so it helps with some Xyz plays or just having more monsters on the field. And of course, when it's special summoned, it gets the effect that you target one trap hole card in your graveyard and then reset it, but it's banished during your opponent's next end phase if it's not used. So this one's a plant. This one is the really good one. Now, of course, these two you're going to remember the most because you've seen them in other Traptrix variants. But yeah, they're much more important, I guess, in this deck because we use it more. Then the last ones is just one Traptrix Atrax and one Traptrix Nepenthes. That's how you pronounce it, just in case you're wondering. Atrax, it's the 1800 beater. It lets you activate trap hole cards from your hand, and also prevents the activation and effects of your trap cards getting negated. I did misspeak in the last deck profile saying that this helps stop Jinzo or Denko Swagger or whatever. I forgot to read the card effect exactly how it is. It just stops Trap Stun, Royal Decree, and I'm not even going to say anything, but yeah, that's basically it. And then the Nepenthes is a good one too. It's mostly for defense and it's plant, but the effect is when you while it's face up and you activate a Trap Hole card and it resolves, you get to add or special summon one Traptrix from your deck, so that's good. It helps get things out, but these two are just kind of your extra ones. In previous builds, I was playing more of these, but I've cut it down since. And yeah, so anyway, this is Pure Tricks, as I call it, Pure Traptrix. And so we're focusing on all the Traptrix monsters. So aside from that, the only other monster we play is the one Thunder King YuGiOh to add to the stun of the deck. It's a very small monster count, but I've kind of come to like this so far. I was playing the Lone Fires before, but in the end I realized I don't have too many targets for Lone Fire, so I brought it down to 1 and then quickly just cut it out completely. And yeah, so that's all for monsters, just all Traptrix and then one Thunder King to help with the stun. Now are the spells, which are much more than before. 1 Soul Charge and 1 Book of Moon. These are the 2 1-ofs, of course. Big plays near the end, and of course they'll get their effects. So it's pretty neat to use this and resolve it. Book of Moon, it's just very useful to flip your opponent's stuff face down, get them out of the way. Then the 2-ofs are 2 Magic Planters, which I've been working well. Of course I picked these up for the kaiju, but of course troubles with that. So anyway, what this does, of course, you send a face-up continuous trap you control to the graveyard and then and then draw 2 cards. So it's good with helping stuff draw and also helps clear out your back row. I was playing, I guess, some more continuous traps before, but it still works now, being able to draw. And then the 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, don't need to play 3 because you play 3 monsters that are essentially it. Then for more draw power is 3 Upstart Goblin and then 3 Pod Duality. You won't always special summon, so it's great going first turn, getting off Upstart Goblin, a Pod Duality, and a Mermelio Search, and then you're pretty well set. That's all for spells. Now is the biggest and best portion of the deck, the traps. Play one of all the good traps. These are your basic 1-of traps. Solemn Warning, Compulse, Vanities, Torrential, and Ring of Destruction. They're all just your basic monster removal or prevention in case of Vanities. Helps with the stun and taking care of your opponent's stuff. And then for the trap hole specific stuff are all of these. Play 5 trap holes. What I got is 1 normal, 1 bottomless, 1 void, and then 2 of the nightmare. But really, instead of 1 nightmare, there should be, what do you call it? There should be time space trap hole. If you got it, if you have it, use it. But if you don't, you can easily just use this. I don't have one at the moment, but this is fine for now, as long as you play 5 targets, because they're all searchable and they're all recyclable. Should you be able to play them all. And of course, you can use them all from your hand if you have Traptrix face up on the field. And then just last for the last 2 1-ofs are just some battle traps. 1 Dimensional Prison, 1 Mirror Force. I kind of want to bring each of these up to 2, but who knows. For 2-ofs is the 2 Mind Crush, and like I said, I've been trying this out because, you know, stuff is searchable. So, I mean, you do play the Thunder King to prevent that, but since Thunder King's only out 1, and I don't really want to give up too much main deck space for Mistake. I'm just trying out Mind Crush to help get rid of these search things, but sometimes it might prove not as useful. I kind of want to switch them for the Dimensional Prison, for another Dimensional Prison, another Mirror Force, but currently it's working alright, because you, like I said, you won't always draw Thunder King, and he won't always stay face up, because you do search a lot, and I guess I didn't mention that as well. Thunder King doesn't clash so much, because sometimes by the time you will use a search thing, he'll already be, maybe he negated a summon, or you will have exceeded with him or something, I don't know. It doesn't clash too much, it just all helps for the stun, and also, of course, you might not, you might hold on to your Thunder King and play it later, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Mind Crush works out, might take it out for more battle traps, so. And then, 2, called the Haunted, helps with your monsters, does help, like, swarming the field, and of course, getting Mermilio's effect off to go ahead and search out, or not search out, to go ahead and pop a Speller Trap. It's great, because this helps you, so you don't need to play 3 MSTs, and it also helps with, like I said, summon this, destroy something, and then you've got some good defense against like pendulums and other things. But of course also helps with the Exceed summoning should you need to. And then lastly, 3 Fiendish Chain. I was using Breakthrough skill because Atrax prevented the negation of that, and you could also use it twice, but so far I'm favoring Fiendish Chain because it stops attacks, and you can always get rid of them for Magic Planters. Stop your opponent's attacks or effects on their turn, ditch this with Magic Planter, get more advantage, and then you can normally attack over or get rid of that monster. And so that's all for traps. I have no idea how many it is, but it's a lot. The trap lineup is, since this deck is mostly traps, there is a lot to be changed, a lot to be thought about, and maybe switched about, but still thinking about it. So yeah. Now in the last Traptrix deck profile, I didn't really show an extra deck, mostly because I don't think you need one. I say just play any rank 4s you have or what you can get, but some people wanted me to show that, so I'll go ahead and show it. What I have here, I'm missing some stuff. I do need a Gagaga Samurai, and for whatever reason I cannot find my my 101. So anyway, what I have here is, of course, 1 Rhapsody and Berserk. One of the best Xyz monsters in the game, but of course, it's not that it's bad to bring out, but you do have to be aware that you're going to be using 2 monsters to bring this out. But depending on the deck you're facing against, it just provides so much advantage over it, or so much disruption. And then of course you can go ahead and equip it to something you have. What's pretty neat is to banish 2 of your opponent's things and then equip this to Thunder King, and you have like just, and then protected by the rest of your traps, you have quite a force to be reckoned with. Then 1 Gagaga Cowboy, I still like it, still steals games. I'm using 2 Dwellers because, like I said, not a finished extra deck, but Dweller is just very nice in this deck because, you know, using all these traps and then just making a Dweller, you can go ahead and give your opponent some good stun. And of course, like I said, this is sort of a like I said, I had my Kaijus already, so I had these Dwellers because Dweller just works well in Kaijus. Yeah, so there's the Maystroke. I guess he's holding the place for the 101, but he still has just some good defense, and currently he's pretty neat because he's very unexpected, and he gives some extra Book of Moon, but like I said, that's the 101. Exciton for generic removal. Like I said, not finished, so still Swarm Roach there for some reason. He's still good, he still helps. Diamond Eye for generic removal, let me center that more. Castell for more removal for what Diamond Eye can't do. 1 Heartland Draco for direct attacking, and he does get some... Oh, sorry, it's face-up spell, whatever. I just forgot his effect, but he's good. He's good with getting some attacks in. Black Ship, remove stuff. Ragna Zero, Disruption, draw a card. Beater, Utopia as an extra beater. Could use Gemini Pro because he's immune to that, but like I said, people don't expect the Utopia. It's fun. One, Dark Rebellion Xyz for more beater and for getting over things, and I guess Utopia could also protect or whatever. And then the Evil Swarm Ouroboros because I needed rank 4s to fill up this extra deck. But he's really cool. I like him. And so yeah, that's all for the extra. So anyway, that has been it for this updated Traptrix deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. I explained some things slightly better in the last one, but other things even better in this one. So anyway, this is just an update of it. Of course, like I said, this is pure tricks, as I call it, pure Traptrix. There's a lot more you could add to it to suit your playstyle. Personally, I like pure tricks because it's almost, for the most part, the deck's pretty much telling me what it wants to do with the effects and the archetype, and so I do it. It just wants to be a trap-based deck. So anyway, yeah. Like I said again, there are a bunch of different things you could do. You could go plant tricks, you could go insect tricks, lots of different things. If Retaliating Sea had a higher attack limit, or if these guys had lower attacks, that would be the best main deck card in here, but it's still a great side deck. Max Sea and Retaliating Sea would be pretty neat, but I didn't find much room because this is a heavy trap-based deck, and I'm using a lot of advantage gaining spells. So yeah. So anyway, if you have any suggestions or want to see me try a different build in the future, let me know in the comments below, and also leave a like if you enjoyed it. And also, again, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And anyway, expect kaijus soon when I can get the removed brainwashings and stuff. And yeah, so this has been King of Pharaoh Imps. Have a nice day.